This year, 2024, we are striving for and achieving more than ever before. I've cracked the code when it comes to guaranteed success on achieving every single thing that you have put on your vision board. But it all depends on if you follow exactly what I'm saying. While I totally believe in the overarching huge vision board, right, that has everything, like dream cars, dream house, kids, financial future goals, everything, I also believe that we should do a new one every single year. I did originally do this on a live stream, so there were lots of amazing comments and beautiful things on there. But if you are watching this in the future, here are going to be the timestamps for today. But let's just get right into it, baddies. Let's break each one of these down by category, starting with things that you have already planned to do. These are things that we've already sort of visualized happening for ourselves, and this will make it just that much more likely that we are able to achieve it in just 1 year's time. And you're going to want to keep this in mind the entire time you are building your vision board. Is this legit for me to do in just 1 year's time? For example, say that you have pictures all about starting and opening your own company. Before you have sort of gathered all of these pictures, you have already started to do the research for getting an LLC. You've already started to visualize the type of branding that you want to do. Brands that you would potentially want to work with in the future, whether that be for manufacturing, promoting, marketing, and then just the overall basics, how to start a company and if the name is available in your location. Even if it's just some of those things, you've already charged the picture with all of those beautiful details and visualizations of achieving that goal. So then again, it's making it that much more attainable. So let's take a look at one of the things that was wrong on my vision board last year for 2023, and it is this gorgeous picture of a pink Tesla. Now, what is exactly wrong with this, right? Because pink Teslas are great, they're beautiful, but number one, it is incredibly not something that I really even want to spend my money on, especially right now. I'm only 24. I don't really need like a major sports car for anything. I really prefer to be spending my money on experiences, travel, investing my money in retirement in the future, so that way I can just be financially free. Also, I eventually ended up really just wanting to sell my car because I'm going to be moving to a place in which I don't really need another car or anything. So it's just not very forward thinking of me, right? It wasn't really looking into the future a lot. There was also no plan put in place when it comes to achieving this, getting this pink Tesla put on my vision board. So that just makes it that much more harder to achieve in just 1 year's time. With 2024 just beginning, it is the perfect time to start visualizing, getting these plans already put in place. So that way when we step into 2024, we're already prepared. We already know exactly what the next steps and everything are going to be. The next portion of this is going to be all about budgeting goals. Now, we must absolutely have a budgeting goal on here, so that way we are more likely to stick to it. We also want to have a budget, so that way we can really prepare our future selves for success. That way we can keep saving up for retirement, saving up just to be financially free, etc., etc., etc. In the most basic terms ever, my budget consists of the smallest amount of income I have coming in, paying for all of the necessary expenses first, and then accumulating over time for the more fun splurges, right? Now, this topic I could literally make an entire video about, and I already have plans to, so that will be coming out in the future, all about budgeting, how to write your budget, how to make your perfect budget for yourself, so that way you can better prepare and plan for the future. But having your budget on your vision board is such a good idea, because whenever you see it, you are always going to be like, okay, yes, I could splurge on this one item and I could really, you know, take a little bit of money out. It's not that big of a deal. Or I could save that money that I could have used on that splurge and instead invest it into something that is going to be better for my future. And again, this investment could be as simple as like a fun little shopping spree for the future, right? Like we're accumulating everything over time. And you could eventually get that impulse buy or that splurge that you were about to do in the future, but just write it down because it's not like it's going to go away, right? And even if it is, then maybe it just wasn't meant to be. The next category is going to be all about your financial achievements. So this goes along with those beautiful budgeting goals, because if we stick to those beautiful budgeting goals, then we are going to make our financial achievements. Ooh. So say you stick to your budget precisely. What is the exact amount you are going to be making for the entire year of 2024, and where is it going specifically? So say for example, you are saving up for a trip to Paris, France. Ooh, ooh la la. According to your budget, you are taking out $150 bi-weekly with every paycheck for the trip. There are pretty much 4 weeks per month. So that's $300 per month that you should be putting towards your Paris excursion. There are 12 months per year. So by the end of 2024, you should have saved $3,600 for your Parisian vacation. So on your vision board, you would then put $3,600 vacation savings, right? And then $5,000 regular savings, $10,000 investing, etc., etc. Remember to put everything in your own budget and continue working your way up year by year by year. The more realistic you are about your financial achievements, the more likely you are to not only stick to them, but actually surpass them. This next category is all about beauty and fashion, the external appearance. It should reflect skincare, hair care, makeup, fitness, and fashion plans for the whole year, okay, baddies? So I'm gonna walk you through each of these categories and just sort of give you some ideas as to what you can do for each one to kind of get you inspired, but again, not so focused on just the physicality, right? So some of the skincare goals include more hydrated, so drinking a lot more water, more sunscreen, making sure that you are applying sunscreen on a daily basis, less acne, so making sure that you're taking the necessary steps to get rid of acne, more moisturizing, healthier ingredients in our skincare, taking makeup off more frequently. I see you. You and me, girl. Guy, they, them, we are doing it together this year, okay? We are taking off our makeup together whenever we are finished with it, okay, baddies? I'm watching you. Next category would be hair care goals. So your hair care goals can include plans to change up the style or the color, healthier and stronger hair, less heat treatment, more scalp treatments, silk pillowcases. Next category would be makeup goals. So some makeup goals that you could include would be new makeup styles, color palettes to better suit your skin tone, color correcting, which goes along with this next one. Less is more, so using less makeup and just really focusing more on your skincare, having healthier skincare, better bases, so that way the makeup can just kind of work for us, right? Also focusing on the ingredients of your makeup, making sure that everything is good for your specific skin type, whether that be oily, dry, combination, whatever. Also making sure that your makeup is always cruelty-free and good for the environment, because we are conscious consumers, bodies. The next category would then be fitness, one of my favorites personally. So some of your fitness goals could include integrating more workouts into your schedule, walking or biking rather than taking a car to go run some errands, pick some stuff up, investing in a fitness place, investing in a personal trainer, better shoes, better workout equipment, just anything that is going to make working out that much more easy and pleasurable and enjoyable for you. And then the final category in this would be fashion goals. So some of the fashion goals include focusing more on the quality of the product over the quantity. So rather than paying for clothes like from Shein or something like that, that's literally just going to last for 25 seconds and then it's going to be thrown out or thrown to the back of the closet, we are going to be investing in quality. And investing in quality doesn't even mean spending more. For example, this Dolce & Gabbana top that I am wearing right now, I got from the thrift store for $20. I'm not kidding you, $20. I believe this has a resale value of $150 to $200 just because it's a nice, crisp, button-up shirt. But again, just because it's quality does not always mean that you have to break the bank for it. Do some thrift manifestation. Manifest getting these pieces literally poof in front of you. It happens. It works, literally. This I got from a thrift store in the middle of basically nowhere, you guys. So you can manifest it for anywhere. Another goal for fashion could be decluttering the wardrobe and selling and then buying new clothes. So just completely re-upping your wardrobe. This also encourages you to invest more in quality pieces because they resell for a higher amount of money. And just like I said about this top that I'm wearing right now. Creating a capsule wardrobe is another great way to invest in your future of fashion. Capsule wardrobes last for years. It's just about building up those essentials so then we feel like we have more to wear all the time. Another goal to add to your list could be researching environmental effects of brands. So being just more of a conscious consumer, not only of makeup, of skincare, but mostly of fashion. You would not believe it, but fast fashion is actually one of the biggest environmental effects that we need to be stopping. A lot of clothes are made completely out of synthetic material and oils, and those synthetic materials last way less time than the natural ingredients and materials do, like cotton or silk or bamboo fabric. And then again, I just really wanted to stress this, so I added it another time, but investing in high quality pieces, quality over quantity. 2024 beautiful fashion goals. Now, finally, we are on to my favorite topic of the entire video, self-talk and personal development. Let's get into it. This is what ties every single category together with a nice, pretty pink bow. How we talk to ourselves and the advice that we surround ourselves with is so important and can drastically change your life. That's why it's so important to have specific words of encouragement surrounding each of our beautiful pictures. This not only helps us to feel more powerful, but it also helps us to train our brains to talk this way to ourselves throughout the entire year. Here is another bad example of what I had on my 2023 vision board, so that way y'all can avoid doing the exact same thing. This said, you have no idea how good life is about to get for you. This is just charged with confusing energy, isn't it? Because it's like, I have no idea how good life is gonna get for me. Like I'm just sort of walking blindly throughout life, like not knowing the next steps, not knowing what's gonna come next. I now know exactly where my life is going to go. So I absolutely now know how good my life is going to get because I can visually already see how good it's going to get and how good it's already literally got. And I can now also visually see it on my vision board because my pictures are just that specific. A better example of one that you would actually love to include on your vision board would be this. It says, busy building wildly successful brands. The word busy alludes to the fact that you are busy. You are filling every single second with something that is putting you closer towards achieving your goals. You are busy. You're not lazy. You're not doing anything. You are busy. Then it goes on to say wildly being a trigger emotion word. So it's not just saying successful, it's saying wildly successful, wildly translating to a ridiculous or an extreme degree of success. Then it also says successful and brands. So brands talks about having more than one successful brand. It's not just limiting you to just having one wildly successful business. It's saying, hey, you've already created this one wildly successful brand, why not add on another one and another one and another one and another one? This is why it is so important to hand select every single photograph that is going on our vision board with a keen eye for detail, because you never know what something is going to be telling you subconsciously, right? Every phrase, every picture is a reflection of the year ahead. So it has already happened. We just have to make it so. And I'm gonna repeat that line because I think that this is literally the most important information of the entire video, right? Of course, I had to save it for the end. And of course, I'm including a little psychic, spiritual blip for you guys here. But I'm gonna repeat this line one more time because it's so important. Every phrase, every image is a reflection of the year ahead. So it is something that has already happened. We just have to make it so, right? Thank you everybody so much for joining me today for this beautiful vision board video. I'm praying that this brought you all a little bit more clarity when it comes to what you need to do to really just make everything happen. And again, if you guys stick to literally everything that I said in this entire video, I can guarantee that every single picture on your vision board is going to come true, because every single picture already has a little bit of a charge behind it, a little bit of planning behind it, and that much more. All right, baddies? So I love you all so much, and I will see you in next week's video, okay? Goodbye.